friends, my name is Amanda and this is my channel Amanda Colours. In case you didn't know, you can check me out on Pinterest at Amanda Colours or Instagram and TikTok at amanda.colours, or you could join us on Facebook. I have a joint group with the lovely Disney Meg's Colouring, and it is called Colour With Us. Or you can head to my website amandacolours.com, where you can find lots of colouring resources and freebies and all kinds of great things. There's only a little bit there now, but I have great plans for the website. So today you will have to excuse me, I'm extra out of breath today. It happens with my condition. And I'm also a little bit congested, so I'm a bit extra nasally as well. So anyway, today I am here to do my response to a video that I've been tagged in. It is called the Colourists Firsts tag. And I was tagged by my good friend Megan from Disney Meg's Colouring, and basically I will just be answering 10 questions about my firsts as a colorist. So I am just going to get straight into it. So question number 1 is, what was your first colouring book when you started adult colouring? Okay, so I have been colouring my whole life, but I would say my first adult book would be this one here, Millie Marotta's Animal Kingdom. It is quite a detailed book. It's not really the style that I really go for anymore, but this was my first adult book, and as you can see I have I started that one there, and there's a couple that I have completed. Where's it gone? Oh, I started that one, I completed that one, and this one here. So that would be my first adult colouring book. So this came out in 2014. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about that, but that would be my first one. Where am I going to put it? Over there. Okay, so what was your first colouring supply? So I would say that they were my Copic markers. I have been using these for years. I started collecting them when I was in design school, back in my 20s, and they would be my first adult supply. I do have a set of Derwent Studio coloured pencils that were given to me when I was about 8 or 9 years old. I still have those, I still use them. Some of them are teeny tiny now, but they were my first proper colouring pencils that my parents gave to me for Christmas one year. But as an adult, it would be my Copic markers. Number 3, what was your first non-budget friendly colouring pencil set? For me, that would be my Polychromos pencils. So I bought these for myself actually only last year, towards the end of last year, and I have really been enjoying colouring with them. I don't have the full set, and some I have doubles on, but I really like them. But I will be honest, I do prefer Prismacolors much more to Polychromos, but the Polychromos pencils work so beautifully in all of the Rita Berman books, so they're definitely still worth having. I did, before I worked that out about the Rita Berman books, I did consider possibly selling these and passing them on to someone else, but because I love Rita's books so much, I'll keep them and I'll use them in those books. and probably collect more of the colours. Okay, so number 4. What was your first hardback colouring book? So, I actually only have one hardback colouring book. I do have others on my wish list, but they're kind of not high on my priority. But the book that I do have that is hardcover is this one here, the Disney Vitro, which is all stained glass window style pictures by Hachette Heroes, and it has a very thick hardcover and really big pages. Yeah, and I'm actually haven't coloured anything in this yet, but I am planning to finish, to get one done this month for one of the colour along prompts, which will be fun. There are a few different editions of this book. I think there's a second one and possibly a third one. I could be wrong, but there is possibly a third one. So that is my one and only hardcover book. Question number 5. Who was your first buddy colour with? My first buddy colour was actually with Megan from Disney Meg's Colouring. I forgot to bring the book that we decided to colour in. So I had put in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in that I was interested in colouring Ivy and the Inky Butterfly from beginning to end, and Megan messaged me and said, hey, I'm interested in doing that too. Would you like to do it together as a buddy colour? So we are doing that. We are a few months in, and I think we've done about 10 pages. So we do a double page spread a month. You would have seen these pages in past videos for completed pages and things like that. So feel free to go back and have a look at those. And we now have, I've forgotten their name. Isn't that terrible? But we have another person who is joining us in colouring through the book as well, which is lots of fun. Okay, question number 6. What was the first ColourTube channel you watched? I think the very first ColourTube channel I watched was actually a French channel because I was looking at Disney Colour by Number books, and there is no, I don't think it was Colour by Number. I think it was just Disney colouring, because I had some Disney books and I wanted to improve my colouring. So I was searching and I found a channel that's called Colour L. I will link it in my description. And because I don't speak French, I am not even sure of the colorist's name. But she creates the most beautiful Disney coloured pages, and it was from watching her that I thought, wow, this is incredible. I should see what other people are doing on YouTube to do with colouring. And that's when I sort of discovered that there was a whole community of colorists out there on YouTube, and decided that I wanted to be a part of that and start creating my own content. I had actually had people tell me for a long time that I should do colouring videos on YouTube, but it wasn't until I really saw the colouring community online and even over on Instagram, just how many people are in the adult colouring world, and the gorgeous work that people are producing, and just how wonderful the people are, that I really wanted to be a part of it. So yeah. Number 7, what was the first page you coloured in adult colouring? It would probably have to be one of the Millie Marotta pages, I guess. Back then, I didn't date my pages. I do have a feeling that this octopus might have been the first one that I started, but I haven't finished it. I think the plan was to kind of do rainbow gradient, but I think this rooster was the first one. Where is it? The first one that I did, and as you can see, it's quite messy in a lot of places, and I got a lot of smudging, but that's okay. We all have to start somewhere. But as I said, I've been colouring my whole life, so it's really hard to kind of differentiate, you know, adult and child and what was first, and trying to remember all of that. Number 8, what was your first portrait coloured page? So that would be in, not in this actual book, but my sister actually has Colourist Wild 1 and 2, and because they all have, these books all have double images, she allowed me to colour a couple of those, and they are gorgeous portraits of girls and animals and bugs and plants, and depending which book you have. And the illustrator is Emmanuelle Collin, and she just does gorgeous, gorgeous colouring. So I have Colourist Wild 4, 5 and 6. I would love to get all of them eventually, but they're just beautiful books, and on thick, beautiful watercolour paper, actually. So that actually kind of feeds into question number 9, which is, what is your first grayscale coloured page? So it was one of these pages, which I no longer have because I actually coloured it as a gift for a friend. But I do have some in this book that I have coloured, which are grayscale and portraits. So there's this one, and these were just coloured with my Copic markers. This one, oh, this one I dated, so that was in June this year. And I'm pretty sure, yep, there's another one here. So yeah, there's some of my portraits and grayscale colouring. And the last question, number 10, what is your first completed colouring book? So this is my first completed colouring book, and it's Kaleidoscope Designs, Artist Colouring Book by Martha Day Schock. I'm not sure how you say that. And I have a full flip through of this on my channel, which I will put in the iCards. Yeah, so this was actually bought for me by my mum because at the time my graphic design studio was actually called Kaleidoscope Designs, and this was one of my early adult colouring books, as well as the Millie Marotta one. But yeah, I have completed that, and I actually have completed a second book, which I will also link in the iCards. And I'm working on some others to complete those. So they are my answers to the Colourists firsts, that's really hard to say, tag. And I'm going to leave this open for everybody. Anybody who has been colouring for a long time, a short time, really doesn't matter. Whoever would like to do this tag, feel free to go ahead and film your answers to these questions, and make sure that you tag me so that I can see your video, because I would really love to see your answers too. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Thank you, Megan, for tagging me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It just means that you will be able to not miss out on anything. And if you click the notification bell, then you will be notified whenever I put out new content. And oh, don't forget to check out my community tab, because I now have one of those. I need to get better at posting things there, but yeah. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.